they have not only a spray painted circle, you can't go inside. You can only be in every other row.
Hey friends! Chicken causa.
It's like no ceviche I've ever seen. We're Alex and Lindsay. We're two travelers who were exploring South America. Suddenly, a strict lockdown began in Peru, and we've been stuck ever since. Along the way, we took in a stray dog, and he hasn't left our side. It's been months, and we're still here, so we're documenting the whole experience and sharing it with you. Good morning, guys, from beautiful Cusco, Peru. So it's day 87 now of our lockdown here in Peru. So things are changing in Cusco, and they're changing fast. There are a lot more people out. People are still in masks. They're still in these COVID suits, full body suits. And I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of that, a little bit of the way that it is now, because it's slightly different than it was last week, and even way different than it was a week before. So let's go out and get some food. Alright guys, we're going to Yola again to get some food. Take a look at what the streets are like today. So look at the store next door. They have not only a spray painted circle where only one person can wait. You can't go inside. They have this tape here. And then it says use a mask, maintain distance, no coughing or sneezing. There are signs everywhere. Alright guys, we're back at Yola. This is now one of our favorite places to get food because it's so cheap. And we can get traditional Peruvian food, and it's awesome. So look guys, even behind all this glass back here, you can see that everybody is in those full quarantine suits. Not only masks here, but they're playing it safe. Look at all the people congregating out here. There's a sanitizing station outside. Oh, looks like our food is ready. Oh. Have to disinfect the hands. Gracias. Look, they have every color of suit now. We've seen white ones, we've seen yellow ones. We just saw a blue one. Now that coronavirus jumpsuits are a thing, it looks like they have to have some style now and come out with different varieties. Guys, look inside the buses. So in the buses now, you can only be in every other row so as to keep distance between you and the other people. Prohibido. Look, every other row. Dude. Hey, come.
We just got our food from Yola's and it took them 10 minutes. So fast.
We got papas Salamanca, we got some salchipapas, causa reina, and no matter what they make for us, this is the second time we've been there, no matter what they make, it takes like 10-15 minutes, which is crazy. All of this food just ready to go. And those aren't fast foods either. Take a look at the causa reina. It looks like it would be at a nice French restaurant and it would take an hour to make.
So we've been noticing this rainbow flag everywhere in Peru, and we found out it's one of Peru's flags. We see it on all the cars going by. So in the US, the LGBTQ community uses the rainbow flag as well. I was reading up on this. Apparently they adopted the flag around the same time. I believe they adopted it around 1960 or 70, something like that.
So that's pretty cool.
Also, when I was reading, I found out that I think it's the Peruvian flag has one more blue colored stripe. So it has an additional color, so that's how you can tell the flags apart.
Wow guys, look at this. This is salchipapas. And it has a ton of meat on it.
Alright, for our lunch today we got some salchipapas, which is basically papas with hot dog, and then we're gonna add some mayo. We got causa reina. We got chafa especiales. So it looks like there's some hot dogs, some eggs, some fried rice, and then papas a la huancaína, which is potatoes and huancaína sauce. You guys, so for all this, we paid only $9.
In the US, it would have been $9 for just this. Fried rice. Oh, and that too.
Do you want mayo on yours?
Sure. Hey guys, so we saw that there was a coffee shop opened up over here. Maybe a chocolate, hot chocolate shop, not really sure. But it looked like people were sitting in there. So we're gonna go and see if we can get some coffee and actually sit down in a cafe for the first time in months. Alright guys, so we just went to Origin and we actually got to sit down in the cafe and have our coffee and our tea.
Hot chocolate.
That's the first time we've been able to do that in months.
It was this cute little chocolate shop. He let us sample a ton of different kinds of little chocolates. And I ended up really liking this coffee flavored milk chocolate. And then I got a lip balm because it's very dry in Cusco.
This is Avocado.
Hi friends. We are Avocado delivery.
Perfect, thank you. Alright guys, very nice delivery. We have 2 bags from Avocado. Let's see what we got.
It's lunchtime.
Avocado is some of our favorite, and they make really beautiful dishes. So let's hope even with the delivery that they're still as beautiful as they looked in the Instagram photos. Can breathe again. It's a beautiful day. So it was pretty cool. The girl that came up, she was really nice, and she was in one of those full COVID suits, but it was green, so I went with Avocado. I went with their logo and their aesthetic, so that's pretty cool. Haven't seen a green suit like that. Yesterday we saw yellow, blue, white. Ooh, avocado ice cream.
Ooh. This is a vegetarian ceviche. So it has some mango in there, some onion, avocado. This is a bacon and egg avocado salad. It has a cream cheese dressing, a little vinaigrette, I think. There's lettuce, bacon, egg, avocado, tomato, a stuffed avocado.
Wow. So the stuffed avocado is actually half of an avocado stuffed with chicken, mayonnaise, carrots, tomatoes, cheese, onions. The chicken causa, you can also get it with tuna. This is a Peruvian classic. It's seasoned with yellow mashed potatoes as a base, stuffed with chicken salad and mayonnaise, chimichurri, tomatoes, hard-boiled eggs, and a ton of avocado.
An avocado chicken sandwich. This is an avocado lover dream come true.
But look at this avocado ice cream. Lindsay and I fell in love with avocado ice cream in Mexico actually about 4 months ago, before this whole lockdown thing. We were trying ice creams in Mexico and came across avocado, and it was actually amazing. It looked a bit different than this one, but
yeah, this one's more green.
Yeah.
Can't wait to try it.
Alright, want to try the vegetarian mango ceviche?
So there's no fish in here since it's vegetarian. Ooh. Wow, I love that.
That's like no ceviche I've ever seen in my life. We would show you everything at once. Look at that. Are you a good boy?
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hi.
He loves salchipapas, don't you? Huh? Yeah. Alright, so we thought we would update you guys on some of the recent COVID news around here and our own experience, what we're doing, and what's changed and what's going on.
So we've been getting a lot of good news as far as Machu Picchu is supposed to open July 1st. Domestic flights are supposed to open in July, and then international flights when? August?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing.
That's the rumor.
So we might be able to travel around Peru very soon, and then also we might be able to get home in a couple months. Who knows?
We're trying not to get our hopes up too much, because last time we did that, lockdown got extended for 5 weeks.
Yeah. And some people were saying we probably wouldn't be able to get home until October or December. So that's quite a change if we're able to go home next month. So, you know, we don't really know. But
yeah. For now, what we know for sure is lockdown is going to go until June 30th. A few days before June 30th, they'll probably make some sort of announcement whether it's going to be extended or lifted.
Yeah, so something new we told you about also a few days ago was that now they're allowing you to get exercise, which means you can also go on hikes. There's a certain amount of miles or meters, like I think
3 kilometers.
You can only go 3 kilometers from where you live, but I can't imagine that the police are gonna enforce that and ask everybody outside where they live and do the distance calculation and all of that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look for some hikes pretty soon. We're hoping to get to Sacsayhuaman pretty soon.
Yeah, we've talked to locals and tourists that said that we could do that hike, so we're gonna try that one out next week, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and are there any other hikes in Cusco that we should do now that we're kind of allowed to do it? Let us know.
Yeah.
We love hiking, and we haven't been able to go outdoors for a while, so we're ready to get out there and show you guys a different part of Cusco, a little bit of nature.
Yeah, for sure. And then another little update is for those of you who know about the GoFundMe for Mr. Potato Head, we're going to be doing something with some of the extra money that's going to help out other stray dogs. So in one of our upcoming videos, we're going to show you a full day of where that money is going towards. We're going to help to spay and neuter stray dogs to help prevent from them reproducing. And some of the money is also going to go towards feeding them and giving vaccinations to puppies, because a lot of the dogs here aren't vaccinated, so they can get distemper, which is a really bad virus.
So we're working with, so we're about to work with this organization in Cusco. They seem great. We've been talking to them a lot, so we're going to be doing that in a couple days. So it might be the next video or the video after that. And you can see us out there with these people helping these stray dogs and stray animals. And we don't know how it's going to go, but we're hoping we're going to be able to really help out a few of these animals in any way that we can.
And there's a lot of strays here in Cusco, but it's even worse for them now because of COVID. There's not many tourists around to feed them. A lot of the dogs rely on tourists just giving them their scraps or feeling bad for them or giving them attention, but now they don't have that. So those are a few updates. We feel like we're becoming Peruvians now. I feel... What?
It's home. But overall, things seem to be getting a lot better. Things are opening up very fast. There are a lot more restaurants and cafes opening every day, more delivery every day, and more people out on the streets. So people are still wearing masks, but you go out there and there are crowds of people walking around, getting exercise. They're with their families. So we're not sure if the 1 person out per family applies, because police don't seem to be doing anything about it when they see people together, and that's a good thing. What's up, guys? It's time for Q&A.
We decided to do Q&A outside for the first time because it's actually warmer outside on our little patio thing than it is inside of our house. So we're enjoying it.
Even though it's overcast and it doesn't look sunny or anything, it's still warmer than in the house.
All right, first one comes from Mark Keller. He had a few good questions, so we're just going to read one at a time. First one is, with all of your travels, is this quarantine time in Cusco the longest amount of time that you've spent in one place? It is for me, definitely.
So it's hard to say. We've been in Peru for 3 months, or over 3 months, and I spent about 3 months in India. So that was probably the longest I spent in one country, but literally we're just in one city. So I don't think I've ever been in a city for more than 1 month before. So Yeah, this is the longest. We're really getting to know Cusco and Peru. Every day we're learning more things, so it's pretty cool that we get to be here longer than expected.
Next one says, even with the restrictions of lockdown, are you seeing benefits of spending more time in one location? Yeah, so I think there's pros and cons to it. Obviously, we've thought about how many places we could have seen in this 3-month period. But on the other hand, when you spend a lot of time in one city, you get really comfortable, like, and familiar with all the different streets. Like, when we walk around, we actually know where we're going and where different things are. Whereas if we would have just spent a week here, we wouldn't have had that homey feel.
Yeah, Cusco definitely feels like home now. It feels like we live here. We've been here so long.
In normal times, you are used to going to a wide variety of interesting sites while filming your videos. As content creators, you might not be aware of how good and entertaining these stuck in Cusco videos are.
Very true. I've been making videos for a few years of my travels, and obviously I know that traveling to different places all the time, like, that is good content. It's interesting. You're seeing something new every day. So I thought when we were stuck here, nobody would be interested in seeing us just stuck in a house for the most part, eating food, doing that kind of thing. But it has been doing really well, and you guys seem to really enjoy it a lot. So
thank you for that, by the way.
I was proved wrong on that.
Couldn't do it without you. But I guess there's something about us all being stuck in lockdown together. I guess we can all relate. There's a human component to it of just being stuck in a house and not being under ideal circumstances. So next one comes from Luis Have. He says, hey guys, I think it'd be pretty awesome if you made a video of your bloopers, or perhaps a couple of them at the end of each video.
We thought about doing this. We've actually been putting together our bloopers. Like, as I'm editing the videos, there are some pretty funny
embarrassing moments.
Really embarrassing, especially of Lindsay. So I've been putting together a folder. We thought about doing one video that was all bloopers, or maybe we'll start putting a few at the ends of each video. I don't know. What do you guys think?
You guys can make fun of us. We do a lot of stupid things. Next one is from David Gabry. He says, again, a great video. I'm wondering if you have ever been to a country where dogs and cats are eaten and sold on the streets of the city.
The only time I ever actually saw it was when I was in Vietnam. And you don't see it all the time. It's just when you go to kind of outskirts of cities or small towns. And I saw, like, a full barbecued dog just, like, sitting there, standing there. So I know that happens over there. And then I've also been to Hong Kong, and of course people always hear that they eat dogs in China, and Hong Kong, you know, is kind of China. I don't know, it's a bit different, so I'm not sure if they do it in Hong Kong. I didn't see it, but maybe.
Yeah, I think in other countries they just don't view dogs and cats the same way that we do, because we have made them pets and, like, part of our families, whereas in other countries they see them as more of a nuisance or maybe something to eat.
Okay, this next question is from 2W3X4YZ5, who says, I definitely want to visit Cusco now. Are there any required vaccinations for an American to visit Peru?
Yes, you need your yellow fever vaccine, which is not cheap. I want to say mine was like almost $500.
Wait, something on that really quick. I'm not sure if you need a yellow fever vaccine just to get into Peru.
But South America, you need it.
Not even South America, but certain locations in South America, they'll usually look. But if you're going to South America as an American, you probably should just get the yellow fever vaccine, because there might be an area within any of these countries in South America where you might need that.
And they'll ask for the paperwork. But yeah, just a heads up, it is not a cheap vaccine, so you'll have to budget that into your expense. There's a few other vaccines that they recommend, but you'll have to, like, use your own discretion if you want to get them or not. I know, like, the rabies vaccine is super expensive, and it's like a few series of shots, so.
Yeah, so for the most part, if you're from the US, I think you will already have your vaccines that you would need for South America. And there are only some, like Lindsay said, kind of recommended ones that if you have the money and the time and you like getting a needle in your arm, then you can get those. But you'll probably be fine without them. So, like the rabies one, I didn't end up getting that. I don't think Lindsay did either, because you have to get 3 or 4 series of them, and each series, at least for me when I looked, was several hundred US dollars.
Expensive.
So in all, a rabies vaccine in all could be around $1,000 US. So
what you
I'll
can
take
do
my chances.
Yeah. What I did is I went to a travel clinic and they educate you and give you a list of the vaccines they recommend and then the essential ones, and then they have all of the ones available to you that you would need to get. But just a heads up as well, yellow fever vaccine can be hard to get. Not a lot of clinics carry it, so there's that.
So besides that, if you're traveling down here, if you're traveling anywhere, usually you need the normal ones like Hep A, hepatitis B, tetanus.
Which most people in the US are already vaccinated for, so.
Yep, so you're probably all good.
Just do your research.
Alright, the next one is from Catherine Hernandez, who says, how do you feel inside that new house, and compare the expenses they have in the United States against Peru, which is cheaper? Well, this is an easy question. It is much cheaper in Peru.
Hands down.
So we're getting a big discount on this place, but we are, as you might have seen in the other video, we did a tour of this place and we have like 5 different levels. It's a very big place. Typically, I think in Peru, he said this was going for around $100 US, maybe slightly more.
It was like $120 to $200 a night.
If you found this place in the US, I think it would be twice as much,
yeah, for
if
sure.
not more. In California, where I'm from, it probably would have been $500 US a night for a place like this.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I'd say everything's cheaper here. Food, fruit, rent, taxis, you name it.
Yeah, so let's say for our deliveries, we're getting traditional Peruvian food deliveries lately, and typically we'll spend maybe around $20 US for both of us with sides and drinks and all of that.
Yeah, no delivery fee either for that.
Yeah, and in the US, we have a pretty steep delivery fee. Usually you also have a tip, which is pretty big in the US, the food and all of that. So altogether, I think our deliveries would be 3 or 4 times more expensive than they are here in Peru for the amount of food you get and everything. So, no contest.
Alright guys, that's the end of the Q&A. And if you have a question that you want answered, just leave a comment below with your question and we will try to get to it in the next video. And now we're going to get into our coronavirus story from a very special guest of ours.
Oh, hello! Here you're seeing the misty volcano in Arequipa, El Peru. Who's talking to you? Well, you saw me 2 months ago. My name is Caleb, you remember? And when I was stuck in Cusco, well, thanks God, after 2 months and a half, now I'm here in Arequipa. So I got in touch with some people that they were stuck from Arequipa. And in the beginning I was going to go to Puerto Maldonado, but Puerto Maldonado is really bad situation, economical bad situation, so I prefer to come here. And well, with a group of persons, I could make it. After 2 months and a half, here I am. First was a first group of 40 persons, then a second group of 20 persons, and the last group 1 week ago, we could split Cusco, and here we are now. And we are staying in a hotel because we're supposed to stay here 14 days. They made us the test of COVID and everything was negative, but we still have to stay here 1 week more. We are very lucky because we can go up to the second floor, to the 3rd floor of this hotel, and we can take sun. Other persons, they couldn't make that. They were always stuck in their rooms. So we are very, very lucky. You see, these are one of my partners that they are traveling with me. They are all Peruvian. Remember that I am from Venezuela, and I want to rectify something that I said in the first video, that probably the government was not going to help us. And look, they are trying to do their best. They gave some people, millions of people, 380 soles, that's something, and then like 1 month after they gave them 760 soles, and they're trying to take people back to their places. So in one way or another, I want to rectify that. I want to show you here, probably you can check it out. That's the Chachani. That's another beautiful, beautiful mountain. Arequipa has Chachani, the Misty, and El Pichu Pichu. That's another mountain. So well, I only want to very fast say to you that this pandemic is happening in all the world, but in my country there's this pandemic and another pandemic that's happening since 20 years ago that is the communism that get to that country and wants to get to all South America. Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, Uruguay, Brazil. There is this happening all around. So please pay attention to this situation. If you want to know more about what's happening in my country, please try to get real information. We're really having a worse pandemic than this one. Okay? So thank you all. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Lindsay. God bless you. And, well, say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Please like this video, as always. It really helps us out. Leave a comment or a question, anything down below, even something weird that we can answer in our next Q&A. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, we will see you in the next video. We have some Potato Head merch. So Mr. Potato Head, we put him on some t-shirts, some mugs, and other things. We think it's pretty cool. So all of these have been hand-drawn by myself. So check them out, see if you want anything. Let us know what you think, or if you have any ideas of things that you would want to see on there.
And the link is in the description below, and it's through Teespring.
If you want more, if you want daily stuff, you should head to Instagram. Find us at Alexander Travel Bum. And that's where you'll find daily stories and photos about our travels. Hey, thanks for making it all the way through this video. If you want to watch more, click one of these videos. Subscribe, because I'm traveling all around the world and I'm sharing the whole thing with you. Thanks.